Okay, so we got magic. I told y'all I was gonna teach y'all magic. I was telling the truth. So, okay, first, okay. Ooh, shit. Okay, this just one. Okay, show 'em what it is. That's for sure. Okay, now I'm just talking to myself, and I'm talking to the air quality around me. Um, Okay, so magic belief, sympathetic magic. Okay, so magic has a lot to do with your belief. We don't believe there's magic, so consequently, we usually don't interact with too much. But while you're building your belief, and as I said in the video before, okay, sometimes you need some faith to get you there. So sympathetic magic. Sometimes you know how some like a situation is like, if you've ever experienced a situation being messed up or hard, or you feel like you're at your last straw, you can't take no more, and right when you can't take no more, you get your breakthrough. Okay, because we're using this magic unknowingly all the time, right? And when God hears that we can't take anymore, since we don't believe in him just acting on our behalf, that's when he acts and things move around. We get released from jail, or we get, you know what I'm saying, we get the breakthrough, we get a job we was looking for, or something like that. So sympathetic magic, something resonates with our frequency of pain, and boom, it happens. But there are other ways to get into it. So I mean, read this what I got, and then we'll try something. Okay, only try in a good space and a positive mind. Okay, because we want to attract all good. Okay, because in my experience, you'll start to attract your thoughts. God is good though, so if you get nervous and let in a thought you don't want, divert your attention somewhere you feel safe at. A cartoon, a movie, or a show you've already seen and know. Okay, so some that you've seen, you know the word, you know what they talking about, you know the trajectory. This help put your brain back in a good space, on a good track. Okay, um, a movie or something you've already seen, or a song that you can sing along to, that'll help, put your just keep your brain angled towards a direction, because when you're doing this, you don't want your brain to get out of control or whatever. You want it to be in control. You want to be activating good things that you can. But if you get, you have a moment that was a bad thought, redirect that attention to something good immediately, until you're able to solve thoughts that come in that aren't good. Okay, or music that you can sing along to that'll make you feel good and not violent. Okay, you don't want to be getting violent with your shit. And if you only listen to violent shit and that's the only thing make you feel good, and then you get a bad thought, you know what I'm saying, while you're trying to do this, then you need to speak these words. This is just art. I'm not intending on hurting anyone, and I don't want anyone hurt. And then sing your song or whatever. Also, color or paint, having something there that you can draw or paint. I wouldn't write if I'm sad or if I'm mad, unless you already did that and that make you feel happy. But if that don't make you feel happy, don't do that. And if you're sad or mad or in a down feeling space, make sure you speak, I'm writing this, but this is art. This is not something that I want done. Okay, have these things ready whenever you're practicing. You know what I'm saying? Have these things by you, so that any time, you can get out of it. Also, if you take medication or whatever, you smoke a little weed, you do trazodone, Cyprexa, stuff like that, brings you down like whoop real fast. Put you to sleep, take your ass to sleep, get you some melatonin, get you some sleepy time tea. That way you can just immediately go to sleep as fast as you can, and then when you wake up, your mind will be clear and ready to go again. um Commit to being and having good values, like not stealing and being honest. Okay, just imagine if we opened up everybody in the world to magic and everybody was stealing shit. they just boom, your shit just gone. You don't want that shit happening to you. Don't do that shit to other people. You know, when you ask for things or whatever, ask God and harm none and steal from none. Okay, he can create the shit from thin air, from trash, from recycled shit, anything else but my motherfucking pocket. Okay, but these things help me keep my mind on the right track. And then another thing, don't ask for cash. Don't ask for cash money to appear from nowhere. Okay, unless you got an understanding that your shit is really coming out the sky. Don't ask for no shit to come from nobody's pocket. Okay, these things, get you a cash app. You need a cash app, I'll link you to my cash app, baby. These things help me keep my mind on the right track, and I make it a thing to not do stuff I wouldn't want done to me. Okay, because if you start going down a trajectory that you know is wrong, you're gonna start attracting wrong shit. Okay, and you do not want to go that way. I'm telling you, you don't want to go that way. If you want revenge, you still don't want to go there. You just don't the fuck want to go there. Okay, because just like it's a good God at the top of everything that we love, it's a bad Satan at the bottom of it, and he is not good. So you don't want to go there. Shit. Okay. God is the ultimate authority. So with that in mind, I know he's all good and fair. If I'm stealing, in my mind, I'll expect others to be stealing, consequently drawing thieves to me. If I'm not stealing, I can believe that others aren't stealing and consequently attract others that don't steal to me. Okay. What if I need it and I don't have the money? Okay, we're gonna do a little candle. We're gonna do a little candle ritual right here. A little spell, right? And so this is a tea light candle. Okay, and you can get these from like Walmart, Family Dollar, different little places and stuff. Now, with that being said, this is not okay. I light the candle and overnight I'm a millionaire. That's not the kind of candle it is. Okay, reasonable amount of money. So if you really don't ever had no money, reasonable is $20. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have no job, no income, no nothing, because God want to sustain you forever. He don't just want to, keep you like that. So if you been getting money, then you can expect a lot of money. But if you just starting out, or you ain't never really you trying to get your, you know what I'm saying, $20, $30, $40, you know what I'm saying? That's reasonable. You ain't got no food, we got food pantries. It's different levels and stuff, okay? But for the candle, so bam, I ain't never had nothing. I'm gonna try the candle for $20. You know what I'm saying? I envision the amount in my head, okay? And then I light the candle. So I envision it in my head. I do casinos. That's where I expect my money to come in at. Okay. Sometimes it might come in a different way. I have a business. Sometimes it comes in that way. But expecting that it will come, if you do shit like, you mow lines, you cut hairs, or whatever you do, expect somebody to get their hair done, get their lawn mowed, get their snow plowed. Expect that. It's casino apps that I can give you if you don't got none of your own, or there's a casino, And what I do is I light the candle, okay? I will stay in the room with the candle the whole time. But you definitely have to be there when the candle goes out, okay? If the candle go out and you ain't there, I don't got no belief that you're going to get your money. But that's between you and God. Okay, so I light the candle. These are the instructions. I light the candle. I put it somewhere safe. And then I talk to it, look at it, everything. But I listen to my music, whatever, mind my business. And I wait until the candle goes out. I have walked out really quick and come back in and still got my blessing. But I have to be there when it goes out, or I don't usually ever get it if I don't follow these directions. So we light the candle. We put it somewhere safe. We envision our amount, and then we go out and expect our money to be there. We expect to cut some hair. We expect to mow some lawns. We expect to hit at the casino. But we're reasonable in what we're asking so that we can step up properly. Okay? Okay, so also the next thing, what if I need the money? What if I need it and I don't have the money? Contact me, okay? My number is 574-334-7748. Call me, text me, shoot me a message on here. something like that, get in contact with me. They have food pantries. I have lists of those, and I go there too. So don't feel ashamed to go to a food pantry. They got a lot of food, a lot of them that be going bad. So we need people to get this food. Um, get if what you're seeking is something like Zyprexa or Trazodone. If you need to go to sleep, Zyprexa and Trazodone is good. They'll give you that at Oakline. On your Medicaid, if you don't got a Medicaid, we could talk about that or whatever. Adderall and Vyvanse are good for staying up and focused. I don't know how often you can get those or where you can get those, but I would inquire at Oakline as well. Bill help, and if you're not able to get the stuff that you need, just call me so we can talk about it. Bill help, they do that at Real Services and Portage Township. If you don't get help or you don't understand or some, call me again. And and if these places can't help, again, contact me to see if I can at least make some calls, at least get an understanding, help you get some understanding or get an understanding on where we need to go next. Because the answer ain't never no, it's always yes. Unless we bad. And we ain't bad, we good. Okay? So yeah, that's our first magic trick. Hit me up and let me know how it go for you after you done, okay? After you done, okay? And do this by yourself. If you can do this by yourself, do it by yourself. It's preferably do it by yourself, okay? All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Mwah!